Nolan Shulman, fantasyfeud.com, back at it with another video tutorial. Today we're going to talk about how to build a winning daily fantasy lineup. Personally, I like to start with my pitchers. At the end of the day, the value in our scoring system lies in the hitters. So I like to go ahead and get a starting pitcher somewhere in the value of about 80 and 130,000. I like to then go ahead and get my relief pitchers. I like to get a guy as close to the $15,000 range as possible. At the end of the day, we're just looking for a guy who's going to come in and get us a save. So I just take a guy who plays for a team I think might win, and I'm just hoping that I'm going to get a save out of him. When it comes to allocate, now that we've allocated the money that we have on our pitchers, we know exactly what we have left to spend on our hitters. I like to go ahead and get my second baseman, my third baseman, and my shortstop out of the way. And the reason for this is because my first baseman and my outfielders, they provide the positions of the most depth. So our player pool in that area, is a lot stronger than the player pool everywhere else. That's why I kind of start with my second baseman, my third baseman, and my shortstop. Same kind of holds true with catcher. I like to go out and get a cheap catcher. At the end of the day, it's a position that doesn't produce enough points that it's going to be such a dramatic factor in my lineup and in my overall scoreboard. So it's a position I like to go out and get a cheap guy. So if I go out, I get a mid-range pitcher, an $80,000 to $130,000 pitcher, a lower-tiered reliever, and a bad catcher. I then have tons of money to go out and spend on my second baseman, third baseman, and shortstop, which seem to be the positions of the least depth. So that's kind of how I go ahead and build my team. And those are just some tips that you can use. Obviously, they're not foolproof, they're not safe-proof, but those are just some tips that I've found have given me a little bit of success. I hope you give it a try. I hope it gives you the same kind of success it's given me. And this has been another edition of video tutorials here on fantasyfeud.com.